So the next property that we will be discussing is the first shifting property. So what does this property says? First shifting property. It says that whenever you have a shift in the value of t, so what do you have? Suppose let the Laplace transform of the function f of t is given to be capital F of s. This is given to us, right? Then according to this property, the Laplace transform of e to the power at f of t, this becomes the f of s minus a. So that means whenever you multiply by this quantity e to the power at, here it could be any function. So when you multiply by this e to the power at, what you have, you firstly calculate what is the Laplace transform of this f of t, and then when you substitute, you found out this f of s, then you substitute s with s minus a. And what is this a? This is the coefficient for this particular term. So suppose, let us see another certain formulas. So suppose we are to calculate the Laplace transform of e to the power at multiplied by sine bt. So now you already know what is the Laplace transform of sine bt. It is equal to b divided by s square plus b square. So what would be the Laplace transform of this quantity? So what you have to do in this one, you will just replace this s with s minus a. What is this a? A is the quantity that is given here. So what do we have as a final answer? It is equal to b. There is no change in b because there is no s. And here in place of s, we will write s minus a whole square plus b square. So this quantity we obtain from here. Again, if I now calculate what is this Laplace transform of e to the power at cos bt. So its Laplace transform is given by, because we know the Laplace transform of cos bt, that is nothing but s divided by s square plus b square. So now here, because we have multiplied this with e to the power at, so this becomes s is replaced by s minus a. So this becomes s minus a divided by s minus a whole square plus b square. So this is the another thing that we got from here. Similarly, the Laplace transform of e to the power at sine hyperbolic t, what would be this? Sine hyperbolic, say bt. So it would be nothing but, firstly you will calculate the Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic bt. Its formula is b divided by s square minus b square. So here we would have, we will replace this s again with s minus a. So we would have b divided by s minus a whole square minus b square. So similarly, the Laplace transform of, we next see the Laplace transform of e to the power at cos hyperbolic bt. This is equal to, because the Laplace transform of cos hyperbolic bt is s divided by s square minus b square. So this term becomes s minus a divided by s minus a whole square minus b square. And next we have the Laplace transform of t to the power n e raised to power at. Now because you know the Laplace transform of t to the power n, that is gamma of n plus 1 divided by s raised to power n plus 1, or it is n factorial divided by s raised to power n plus 1. So this term now becomes gamma of n plus 1, because this is constant, it will remain as such. So in place of s, we will now write s minus a raised to power n plus 1. So these are certain formulas that we got from here. So now let us see one question. So the question says, find the Laplace transform of e to the power minus 2t cos square t. So firstly our task would be to calculate the Laplace transform of this cos t. So firstly we will calculate, let cos square t is equal to f of t, right? So the Laplace of f of t, that would be equal to the Laplace transform of cos square t. So firstly we'll convert this into double angle, so that would be 1 plus cos 2t divided by 2, and now we can take the Laplace transform. This would be the Laplace transform of 1 by 2 plus the Laplace transform of cos 2t divided by 2. So this is equal to 1 by 2s, and this is equal to s divided by s square plus 4 multiplied by half. So this is nothing but f of s. So now what we will do, in order to calculate the Laplace transform of e to the power minus 2t into cos square t, we know its Laplace transform is this quantity. So here we will replace s with s minus of this quantity, this coefficient. So s minus of minus 2. So it will become s plus 2. So wherever we have s in this expression, we will replace that particular s by s plus 2. So our final answer would be 1 divided by 2 s plus 2, and then plus 1 by 2, and here we would have s plus 2 divided by s plus 2 whole square plus 4. So this is the final answer. Isn't this quite simple? Similarly, we can also calculate this question. So say second question, we have find the Laplace transform of this quantity t to the power 5 by 2 into e to the power minus t. So what would be this? Firstly, we will calculate the Laplace transform of t to the power 5 by 2. So this by formula we know this is gamma 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by s raised to power 5 by 2 plus 1. So this is the gamma of 7 by 2. So gamma of 7 by 2 is 7 by 2 into 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 into the gamma of 1 by 2 divided by s raised to power 7 by 2. So this becomes 7 into 5 into 3 into square root pi divided by how many 2's are there? 2 to the power 4 into s raised to power 7 by 2. So this is the Laplace transform of t to the power 5 by 2. And here what we will do next is we will just replace s with s minus of minus 1 here, because we are given this function e to the power minus t. So here the coefficient of t is minus 1. So we will replace this by s plus 1. So the final answer here would be 7 into 5 into 3 into square root pi divided by 2 to the power 4, and then in place of s we will write s plus 1 raised to power 7 by 2. So this is the final answer. So I hope these formulas are clear to you all.